one by one, step by step we will go ahead. Okay, so you can see here they have given the first statements. If you read the first statement, so at least half of the total carbon, so it means you know very well, in the earth 50%, in the earth 50% photosynthesis, in the earth 50% photosynthesis performed by the algae. Okay, so it means you can say at least half of the total carbon, at least half of the total carbon fixation is carried out by the algae through photosynthesis. And you know very well, photosynthesis is the process in which formation of the food takes place, and these require the two different steps. Okay, so this is the first statement. So second statements you can see, and second statements also very important, according to we are discussing here about the economic importance of algae. So second statement it have given, so they are the paramount. Paramount means you can say huge. So algae are considered as a primary producer. Primary producer you already studied in the ecology. Primary producer, secondary producer, and then consumer means producer, consumer, and these have given. Okay, so it means you can say they are the paramount importance as a primary producer. So these are considered as a primary producer in the aquatic uh, producer of energy rich compound, producer of the energy rich compounds which forms the basis of food cycle of all aquatic animals. So means in the aquatic animals means those animals which living inside the water. So aquatic animals, these aquatic animals, and in aquatic animals food cycle controlled by the controlled by the primary producer algae. It produce the energy rich compound, means algae which is produced which is act as a primary producer, and they produce energy rich compounds which involves in the formation of food cycle. So food cycle or food chain in all aquatic mammals. So these have given. If you read the third sentence, many species of the Porphyra. So it means species. It means Porphyra is the genus. Porphyra, Laminaria, and Sargassum. So PLS, Porphyra, Laminaria, and Sargassum. So these are the important. So here they have given many species of the Porphyra, Laminaria, Sargassum are among 70 species of marine are used as a food. So it means you can say many species of the Porphyra, Laminaria, and Sargassum they used as a food, and these are obtained from the marine. These are the obtained from the marine, means marine algae. So simply these are the marine algae have given. So next thing I have given, if you read the third sentence, so some marine brown algae, you know very well. So here they have given the two component which is obtained from the marine algae. And if you read the, we will also discuss the classification of algae. So in your NCERT, they have only given three different classes: chlorophycy, phyophycy, and rhodophycy. Chlorophycy green algae, phyophycy brown algae, rhodophycy red algae. So it means you can say in chlorophycy, so green algae, if we'll check their habitat, so most of the chlorophycy, their habitats is the freshwater. So chlorophycy have the freshwater habitat. Chlorophycy, they have the freshwater habitat. Clear? Chlorophycy, they have the freshwater habitat. And phyophycy, rare freshwater. They found rare freshwater, most of them marine water. And rhodophycy, some are freshwater, some are marine water. So it means habitat. So here you can see some of marine that is brown algae and red algae. Okay, brown algae, phyophycy, red algae, rhodophycy. So some of marine and brown. So marine brown and red algae produce large amounts of hydrocolloids, water holding substances. Large amounts of hydrocolloids, water holding substances means this you already studied in the chemistry, colloidal solution. Colloidal solution, which example you can say jam, jelly, gelatin, and gum. So these are considered as a colloidal solution. So these are obtained from this marine algae, and these act as a, which is used as a commercially. If you read this sentence, which are used as commercially. Clear? So it means these some marine algae, red algae as well as brown algae. So red algae obtained carrageen. Red algae obtained carrageen. Brown algae obtain algine. So these two components are used as a commercially. This is used as a commercially in the industry. Okay. And one thing also, algine also component of the cell wall. If you will check the Phyophyceae cell wall components, so cellulose, because every plants have the cellulose, every plant cells have the cell wall, and their cell wall is made up of the cellulose. So it also have the cellulose. With the cellulose, they also included the algine, which form the gelatinous coat on the cell wall, which is found in the Phyophyceae class of the algae. Okay. Next, agar agar. Agar agar, I think you know very well, which is the very important. They also asked in your NEET examination. Agar agar obtained from the red algae, Gelidium and Gracilaria. Agar agar obtained from the red algae, Gelidium and Gracilaria. Okay, and which is used to you know very well. So agar agar, you already studied in the 12th standard. One topic which is known as the DNA electrophoresis, means DNA electrophoresis you already studied. So because why I am saying DNA, because electrophoresis also perform for the protein also. So that is called SDS page, SDS sodium rhodosyl sulfide, but it is not in your syllabus, so we will not discuss. Okay, so you can see here agar, it is used as a components which is used in the electrophoresis phenomenon, which helps in the electrophoresis phenomenon, because DNA for the traveling to need their path, and agar act as a track by which DNA molecules moves and forms the band. It means in the electrophoresis phenomenon, agar generally used. Okay, and you can see here also one thing, agar, and the second importance, culture of the microbes. Here they have given the grow of microbes, so you can say culture, so you can say also culture. So culture of the microbes, agar also used. Okay, so for culture of the microbes means growth of the microbes, or culture of the microbes, agar generally used. And this agar also used from the formation of or preparation of ice cream and jellies, for preparation of ice cream and jellies. So these are generally used. And these red algae are obtained from the Gelidium and Gracilaria. Clear? So these red algae are obtained from the Gelidium and Gracilaria. So these agar, sorry, not red algae. So agar obtained from the red algae, Gelidium and Gracilaria. Okay. So these things have given, which is the very important and economic importance of the algae and aspects of algae. So here next point it also have given, and this is also very important. So chlorella we have also discussed in the previous classes. Chlorella is the non-motile unicellular alga. Chlorella is the non-motile unicellular. Chlorella is the non-motile unicellular alga. So here they have given chlorella is the unicellular alga, non-motile and rich in protein. It also have the much protein contents. It is generally used by the astronauts. So due to this, it is also known as the space food. So chlorella also called the space food. Chlorella also called space food. Okay. So these have given the importance of the economic importance of the algae, and I think you are also understanding very easy way and very important, and they have also asked in the NEET examination 1 to 2 times from this topic. Okay, next topic, they have given the classification of algae, which is also very important. Classification of algae, and already told they have given the number of different classes in the different book, but in your NCERT it have given only 3 classes, so we will discuss only about 3 different classes of the algae. First is Chlorophycy, which is also known as the green algae. So this is the green algae, so we will discuss with the help of green color. Okay, so then you can easily understand. So green algae, Chlorophycy, green algae. So it means you can say Chlorophycy, green algae, green color. If you check their pigment, you can learn everyone have the chlorophyll A. Chlorophycy also have chlorophyll A. Phyophyceae also have chlorophyll A, and Rhodophyceae also have the chlorophyll A. Vary in their component secondary, that is the secondary means second component. Chlorophyceae A and B, Phyophyceae, so it means Chlorophyceae B, Chlorophycy you can say B, and Pyrenoids C, and D Rhodophycy. Okay, so these have their components of the pigment. Okay, so reserve food material, you know very well. So plant reserve food material is the starch, animal reserve food material is the glycogen, fungus reserve food material is the glycogen. So here you can say these have the chlorophyll. Starch act as a reserve food material in the case of the plant. And starch, you know very well, so it is made up of the two unit amylose and amylopectin. Amylose basically linked with the alpha 1,4 glycosidic linkage, and amylopectin, they have also alpha 1,4 as well as alpha 1,6. And amylose is water soluble, amylopectin is impermeable to soluble in, means impermeable to water, means solubility very less. Okay, and if you check the cell wall of the chlorophyll, so cell wall, you know very well, plants also have the cell wall which is made up of the cellulose. Bacteria also have the cell wall which is made up of the mucopeptide or peptidoglycan, and fungus also have the cell wall which is made up of the chitin. Okay, now if you check the chlorophyll flagellar position, so chlorophyll have the flagella, chlorophyll have the flagella. If you suppose that this is the chlorophyll algae, their flagella located at the apex region, apical region, and equal 2 and 8 equal apical flagella. So 2 and 8 number equal and apical flagella found in the chlorophyll. Okay, so now their habitat, if we'll check their habitat, so it is found in the freshwater habitat, and means already told chlorophycy, they are also found in the freshwater, and they are also found in the marine water. So chlorophycy, most of them they have the freshwater. Okay, so these are the detail about the chlorophycy class of the algae. Okay, so next that means second. So second, their color, second is the brown algae. So brown algae, so then we will select the brown color. So now Pyrenoids, brown algae. Pyrenoids is the brown algae, brown color. Brown algae, it is also commonly known as the brown algae. It have the components, and their components, that is pigment have the chlorophyll A and C as well as fucoxanthin. So chlorophyll A and C, and they have also fucoxanthin, by which they have generate the brown color. Clear? And if we'll check the reserve food material, stored food material, mannitol and laminarin. So these are the reserve food material of the algae. Algae basically which class? Pyrenoids class. Okay, which class? You can say Pyrenoids class. And their cell wall, already told every plant cell wall, they are made up of the cellulose. So if we'll check, everyone have the cellulose. Here cellulose, here cellulose also, here cellulose also, and here cellulose also. But with some cellulose, they have also algine. Algine you have already studied in the economic importance of algae. Algine is the hydrocolloid substance which obtained from the brown algae, and it forms the gelatinous coat, because this is the colloidal solution, colloidal substance. Okay, so it forms the gelatinous coat on the cell wall of the Pyrenoids. Okay, if we'll check the flagella, so flagella here, if we'll check the flagella, so if we'll check the flagella position, so suppose that this is the algae and their flagella. Their flagella is unequal and lateral. Lateral means that is the sidewise, not apical. So here you can say unequal lateral flagella. And already told freshwater very rare. Freshwater habitat rare found in the brown algae. Most of them they have the brackish water or salt water. Most of them they are the marine water or salt water found. Okay. So these have given about the detail of Pyrenoids. Now next is the Rhodophycy. So Rhodophycy we will discuss with the help of red color. Rhodophycy, red color. So everyone algae in the Rhodophycy, it appears the red color except Batrachospermum. Except Batrachospermum, which will not appear in the red color. So they generally not appear in the red color. So Batrachospermum not appeared in the red color. Clear? Okay, so this is also called the red alga commonly, I think you know very well. So their component chlorophyll A and D. So they have the component chlorophyll A and D, and as well as phycoerythrin. So very important, phycoerythrin, which is found in the Rhodophycy, red alga. This is the components which provide the red color. Now their reserve food material, they already asked in the NEET examination in the previous year. So very most important, you can learn this thing. So Floridian starch is the reserve food material in the red alga. I also prepared assignment, if you will check their assignment. So this question I already mentioned. Okay, and then cell wall. So cell wall, cellulose. So cell wall, they have the made up of the cellulose, and cellulose have the beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage. Okay, beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage, and cellulose. Then pectin, they also have the pectin, and with the pectin they have also very important thing. They have this is called the polysulfate ester. Polysulfate ester, which is also found in the Rhodophyceae. Rhodophyceae class of the Rhodophyceae class of the algae. Their cell wall have the cellulose, pectin, and polysulfate ester. So very important. Okay, cellulose, pectin, and polysulfate ester. So these are the content of the cell wall of Rhodophyceae. Okay, so now you can see next, flagella. This is the very important, very most important, because you can see here flagella have, but in case of the Rhodophyceae, no flagella. Rhodophyceae have no flagella. So this is the very important thing. And I also mentioned, we have also prepared assignments, so you will get this question also. So Rhodophyceae have flagella or not? Okay, so next thing, habitat. So here some are freshwater. In case of the red algae, some are freshwater and some are the marine water, means salt water or marine water they generally found. Clear? So these have given about the classification. Now you will see the example. So how you learn, how you'll see the example, because this is also very important. And the example, different have given number of examples have given. So then how you learn? I have provided some short trick by which you can learn easily. With the help of this trick you can learn. And here they have given the trick first for the chlorophycy. So they have given for chlorophycy you know very well. So chlorophycy, that is the Usain Bolt car, is very smooth and classy. You know, Usain Bolt is the fastest runner in our in world. Okay, so it is fastest runner in world, and they have the car, and their car is very smooth and classy. So this is the short trick by which you can learn, because you can't learn one by one. So with the help of this formula you can learn. Usain Bolt, U stands for Ulothrix, and C stands for Cara, V stands for Volvox, and smooth means Spirogyra, classy means Chlamydomonas. So these are the example of the chlorophycy, that is green algae example. Second, also very fantastic. They already given the fantastic name, also fantastic. Okay, so second I have given the fantastic, and you can see this I have already given the fantastic. And uh, so Samsung LED is fantastic. So this is the short trick. Samsung LED is fantastic. Samsung means sargassum. L stands for laminaria. E stands for ectocarpus. D stands for dictyota, and F stands for fucus. So this is the short trick by which you can learn the example of the Phyophyceae. Okay. Then next come on the topic, that is the Rhodophyceae. So Rhodophyceae also called the red algae, and we have also given the some short trick by which you can learn PG means post graduation, 2 years. So you are 2 years courses, due to this I am saying PG means polysiphonia. P stands for polysiphonia, and G stands for gracilaria. Then P stands for porphyra, and G stands for gelidium. So these things have given. So porphyra, polysiphonia, gelidium, gracilaria. And then also have one formula, BHC. BHC is insecticides, that is also known as the gamma hexene. Batrachospermum, B stands for batrachospermum, H stands for Harvilla, and C stands for Chondrus. So C stands for Chondrus. So these things have given about the classification of the different classes and their example. So this short trick I think you are getting a very easy way, and you can easily understand. So no issue will create for your understanding. Okay, and here you can say that is a different color, different algae. Green color, green algae. Chlorophycy, green color. So you can see their example here. First I have given the Chlamydomonas unicellular motile alga. because they have the two flagella and they have the disc, sorry, they have the cup shaped chloroplast, and these cup shaped chloroplast. And one more also important thing, pyrenoids. One more also important thing, pyrenoids, if you see. So pyrenoids, there is the when starch and protein, when starch and protein both are linked, when starch and protein both are linked, so that time that structure is called the pyrenoids, which is located in the chloroplast of the chloroplast of the alga. Okay, so pyrenoids. Second, I have given the volvox. Volvox example, that is the motile multicellular alga. Volvox motile multicellular alga. Why motile? Because they have the flagella. Clear? Next is Spirogyra. Spirogyra filamentus. Spirogyra filamentus unbranched. Spirogyra filamentus unbranched alga. Okay, this is the multicellular filamentous unbranched alga. Alva also known as the sea lettuce. Alva also known as the sea lettuce. This is also green algae. Cara heterotrichous alga. Heterotrichous multicellular alga. Heterotrichous means they, if you'll check their body, so their body is the prostate and erect on above the ground. So due to this, it is also called the heterotrichous and multicellular alga. Heterotrichous and multicellular alga. Clear? Heterotrichous and multicellular alga. And next I have given the Eulothrix. Eulothrix body they have divided into three different regions: hold fast, stipe and front. Hold fast is the substratum, stipe like stalk, and front is the photosynthetic part of this alga. Okay, so I think you are getting, this is the green algae example, and I already told Usain Bolt car is very smooth and classy. Usain means Eulothrix, so here they have given the Eulothrix. Usain Bolt means Usain Bolt car means Cara, here they have given car is very smooth as means that is the Spirogyra, smooth and classy means Chlamydomonas. So these have the short trick by which you can easily learn, and I think you are getting very sharply. Okay, so next thing it have given about the brown algae. So because chlorophycy finish example you have already seen, so next it have given about the brown algae. And brown algae you know very well. So why we call brown algae? Because they have the pigment brown, so it means they have the chlorophyll A and C as well as fucoxanthin. Chlorophyll A and C and fucoxanthin, these carotenoids and fucoxanthin, these found. So due to this, it is called the brown algae. Already told this formula or short trick. Samsung LED is fantastic. So Samsung means sargassum. So here they have given the sargassum. You can see sargassum. LED, L stands for laminaria, E stands for ectocarpus, D stands for dictyota. So dictyota, it have given dictyota. So Samsung LED is fantastic. F stands for fucus. Okay. So these are have given the example of brown algae. So these have given the example of brown algae. Okay. So now you can see here this have given about the brown algae. After that we will discuss the red algae. So red algae, and red algae they have the red pigment chlorophyll A and D, and they are also very important thing, that is the R-phycoerythrin. R-phycoerythrin, this is the pigment by which they will get the red color. And one thing I already told, every red alga appears is the red in color except batrachospermum, which will not appear in the red color, and other. I already told this formula. So PG, PG, that means P stands for porphyra. So where have given the porphyra? Here they have given the porphyra. Okay, so P stands for porphyra. Here also have given the porphyra. Okay, so porphyra, then G stands for Gelidium, then P stands for Polysiphonia, then G stands for Gracilaria. After that PG, then BHC. BHC means Batrachospermum. This is a red alga but not red in color. And then H stands for Harvella, it has not given. And then Chondrus it have given, that is the BHC. So these are the example and short trick by which you can learn, and I think we are understanding, you are getting very easy way, and you can also understand very easily, because they have given the number of examples, so you can't learn very short way. So due to this I provided short trick. With the help of you can understand very easy manner. So first thing have given the chlorophycy. You can see chlorophycy. So chlorophycy also known as the green algae. If you check the chlorophycy, so chlorophycy also known as the green algae. So here they have given chlorophycy green algae. So chlorophycy green algae usually have rigid cell wall. You know very well. So chlorophycy cell wall basically made up of the cellulose, little bit pectose layer also found. Pectose, and you know very well in the plant cells of pectose, which is made up of the calcium pectide or pectide. Clear? So pectose. And next point, if you read the next sentence, the chloroplast may be discoid. If you will check the Chlamydomonas, cup-shaped chloroplast. So here saying different types of the chloroplast found, different shape of the chloroplast found in the green algae. That means chlorophycy. So here they have given one example already. I have given cup-shaped chloroplast, Chlamydomonas. Already discussed this thing. Okay, so these have given about the detailed chlorophycy. Next thing it have given pheophycy. Next thing it have given about the pheophycy, and pheophycy also known as brown algae. Already told pheophycy, which is considered as a brown algae. So pheophycy, they are considered as a brown algae. So and if you check there already habitat, this is the rarer fresh water found. Most of them they are the marine water. They are most of them they are the marine water in their habitat. Clear? So most of them they are the marine water in their habitat. If we'll check they range from simple branch, filamentous, and ectocarpus. Ectocarpus we already studied. Filamentous multicellular alga. So Ectocarpus, Spirogyra, and Ulothrix, Spirogyra, and Ectocarpus. These are considered as a multicellular filamentous unbranched alga. So here Ectocarpus belongs from the Pheophycy, and Ulothrix, Spirogyra belongs from the Chlorophycy. Clear? So if you'll check, so here saying most of the brown algae, some are the unbranched and some have the profusely branched. Profusely means extensive branching. Extensive branching generally occurs, and this they have given the example kelps. Kelps which have the very big height, and height it will goes up to the height 100 meters. It means you can say they have the 100 meters their height, and it is the very important. So it means if you check brown algae, so some are very small and unbranched and filamentous structure, ectocarpus, and some are profusely branched, extensive branched, and which is known as the kelps. And kelps are the highly 100 meters their height. Okay, and if we'll check their next point, so they are possess chlorophyll AC. You know very well chlorophyll AC and their components. So carotene and xanthophyll, carotenide or xanthophyll. You already studied in the photosynthesis reaction. So carotene act as an accessory pigment, and carotene also act as a photoprotective. Carotene act as a photoprotective photoprotective pigment in the plant. In the green plants, they act as a photoprotective pigment. Okay, so in case of that Pheophycy, they have the chlorophyll A and C. In case of that Pheophycy, they have the chlorophyll A and C. Okay, so now next point, cell wall. Cell wall you know very well. So they have the cellulosic cell wall, and I already told they have also gelatinous coating. Gelatinous coating, algine. Algine you already studied. Algine, carrageen, algine and carrageen. Algine obtained from the brown alga. Carrageen obtained from the red alga, and both are usually for the commercially used. And these are the hydrocolloid substance we have already studied in the economic importance of the algae. So here that sentence also repeating, but little bit changes. Here algine also found on the form of upper layer of the cell wall, which forms the gelatinous coat. Okay, gelatinous coat in the brown algae. Okay, so next, the plant body is usually attached to the substratum by hold fast and has stalk and stipe. Okay, so here saying like Ulothrix you already seen. So here they have also the hold fast which attach to the substratum, and stalk which is known as the stipe, stalk like structure which is known as the stipe. And then one also have thing that is photosynthetic organ which is known as the photosynthetic organ or photosynthetic body, which is also known as the frond, so you can see they have given, and leaf like photosynthetic organ, and they have also leaf like photosynthetic organ, so they also leaf like photosynthetic organ which is also known as the frond. Clear? Okay. So I think you are getting very easy. And okay, so next, the gametes, next points of the phaeophycy, they have also given the gametes pyriform means pear shaped gametes found in the phaeophycy, and bear two laterally attached flagella. We have already discussed this thing in the flagella, so you know, in case of the chlorophycy 2 and 8, in case of the chlorophycy 2 2 and 8 equal and apical attached flagella, equal. In case of the chlorophycy 2 and 8 equal apical attached flagella. In case of the phaeophycy 2 8 unequal laterally attached flagella. So that thing have given gametes are pyriform, pear shaped, and bear two laterally attached flagella. In case of the rhodophycy, flagella absent. You should to learn this thing, very important point. So rhodophycy, they don't have the flagella. Okay. So now next thing have given about the phycoerythrin. Next it have given about the they have given the rhodophycy, that is the red algae. This is the third class, and we are discussing here only about the NCRT, pure NCRT, not other thing have given in. And I know, so this is the very important. If you'll ask, so then if you'll ask, it may be 100% probability it will ask in the your NEET examination, and you can get maximum marks in your biology subjects. Okay. So now next, third have given about that rhodophycy. So rhodophycy, which is also known as the red alga. So here we are saying rhodophycy, red alga. So then we will take the which color? Red color. So because rhodophycy, so then we have the red alga. So then we will take the red color. So rhodophycy, red alga. Okay. If you see, you already studied this thing, but I am also revising. So predominance red pigment, and they have also given they have also one substance which is known as the R-phycoerythrin. R stands for red. Okay. So R-phycoerythrin, which is found in their body. So due to this appear as a red color. Already told, but Trichospermum is have it belonging to the red alga group, red alga class, but they don't have the red color. Okay. The red thalli you already know. Thallus structure. Structure is the plant body which is not differentiated into root, stem, and leaf. So this is called the thallus. And thallus of the most red algae are the multicellular. Means most of the red algae thallus are the multicellular in nature. So most of the red algae thallus are multicellular in nature. Okay. And if you'll check their reserve food material, so rhodophycy, so rhodophycy reserve food material considered as a Floridian starch. Reserve food material, rhodophycy, in case of that they have the Floridian starch. This is the very important, and they have given very similar to amylopectin and glycogen. You know very well, amylopectin and glycogen both have the same linking, alpha 1,6 alpha 1,6 type of glycosidic bond found in the alpha 1,6 glycosidic bond found in the both amylopectin as well as glycogen, and glycogen is the reserve food material of animal as well as fungus. Okay, so these things have given about the detail, and we have already told we will discuss today only two topics. So first topic we have discussed about the economic importance of algae, and second different classes of algae which have already given in your NCRT. We have not went outside. We didn't go outside from the NCRT portion, because this is the NCRT have the sufficient for your NEET exam purposes. So okay, so we have just discussed only and focused only NCERT thing. So we are going to summarize in the very short time and short way. So first, economic importance you have seen. So 50% photosynthesis performed by the algae on the total Earth. 50% photosynthesis performed. And one thing also you can say, and this is also considered as a primary producer in the all aquatic animals, and they helps in the maintained food cycle. And the third point, they have also given the algine and carrageen. Algine obtained from the brown algae and carrageen obtained from the red alga. So these are act as a hydrocolloid substance, and these hydrocolloid substance used as a commercially in industry or commercially used. Okay. So next, chlorella. Chlorella you already seen. So chlorella is the green algae, and chlorella is the green algae non-motile, and these have the high content of the protein. This is also called the astronauts food. Astronauts food because they have the high content of the protein, and the astronauts use during the traveling in space. Okay. Agar 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 also obtained from the red algae Gelidium and Gracilaria. Agar agar obtained from the red algae Gelidium and Gracilaria, and these Gelidium and Gracilaria agar agar obtained, and this used as a culture of microbes. This used as a electrophoresis, and they also used for preparation of ice cream and jellies. Okay, so these have given economic importance. Then we are also going to discuss about the classification. So we already told three different classes have given: Chlorophycy green algae, Phaeophycy brown algae, and Rhodophycy red algae. If we'll check their chlorophyll, their pigment. So Chlorophycy A and C, sorry, Chlorophycy A and B, and Phaeophycy A and C, as well as they have also fucoxanthin, and Rhodophycy they have A and D, as well as R phycoerythrin, pigment found. If we'll check their reserve food material, so reserve food material in case of that, you can say reserve food material is starch. Every plant have the reserve food material is starch in case of the Chlorophycy, but in case of the Phaeophycy, laminarin and mannitol reserve food material. In case of the Rhodophycy, Floridian starch is a reserve food material. If we'll check the cell wall, so cell wall in the Chlorophycy made up of the cellulose. In case of the Phaeophycy, cellulose with algine. Algine is a gelatinous substances. It coats forms on the Phaeophycy. And in case of that, Rhodophycy, they have the cellulose, pectin, and polysulfate ester. Cellulose, pectin, and polysulfate ester, which is found in the Rhodophycy. Flagella in case of Chlorophycy, 2 and 8 equal and apical attached flagella. In case of the Phaeophycy, they have 2, 8 unequal laterally attached flagella. In case of the Rhodophycy, flagella absent, very important. And if you check the habitat, so habitat in case of the Chlorophycy, they have the most of them fresh water, and some of them have the marine water. In case of the Phaeophycy, so most of them are marine and rarer fresh water. In case of the Rhodophycy, some are fresh water and some are marine water. So these are the these have given about the summary of the topic we have finished today. And we have finished today two topic, that is the economic importance of algae, and as well as that is the reproduction, economic importance of algae, and classification of algae. So thank you class, and now your time finish. Okay, thank you.